So you're thinking of moving to La Plata, Maryland? Well, look, you are in the right spot, because in this video, we're going to talk about not only the good, but also the bad and the things you want to consider if moving to La Plata. We're going to get into that right now. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brittany Stinney. I'm a realtor proudly serving the DMV area. And today I'm really excited to talk to you about La Plata. But look, whether you're looking to move in the next 9 days or the next 90 days, make sure you hit my contact button below. I would love to help you get started on your home search, or if you're looking to sell to move to La Plata, let's talk. Your girl can definitely get you taken care of. But right now, let's focus on La Plata. Now today we're talking about both the pros and the cons of living in La Plata, because as with anywhere, there are so many features that you're going to fall in love with La Plata, and then there's some things you want to think about. So let's get into our pros and cons. And today, the first pro is just La Plata and its charming little self, right? If you've never been to La Plata, I would love for you to just come out, take a look around, because what I love about La Plata and what others love as well is just this community vibe. You're going to find a lot of local stores, a lot of local restaurants, and kind of those mom and pop stores. And actually, my favorite coffee spot in this area is called We Bean Coffee in La Plata. Their coffee's good. I don't even drink coffee, but their tea, their chai tea is like the best chai tea I've ever had. And I would just urge you to check it out. But there's a ton of places like that in La Plata. So it gives you that community vibe. There are a lot of events that take place in La Plata as well. So if you're looking for like a small town feel, but still close proximity to major cities, La Plata could be just what you need in your life. Pro number 2, you have your great schools and family-centered environment. I always encourage my buyers and my sellers, of course, too, but also always look at the school systems and do your own research, because I personally believe that even within the school system, no matter what the rating is, some schools are different than others, right? But based on the overall system of where La Plata is located, which is Charles County Public Schools, you're going to find, if you look at niche.com in terms of current rankings, La Plata is higher up on that list. So that might be a good fit for you. Even if you don't want to do public schools, there are private school options for you to look into. So if you need a place where you feel good about the school system and there's a lot of family different activities and it's just more family oriented, La Plata might be your next home. If you're looking to raise a family in La Plata or bring your family to La Plata as they continue to grow, you're going to find parks, recreational activities, and just a ton of amenities that you and your family can take part of. And let me also add that Charles County Parks and Recreation has a ton of activities that you can tap into. Pro number 3, we have to talk about housing, right? So La Plata is more affordable than some nearby cities. So if you were to consider like Alexandria, Virginia, which isn't too far from La Plata, or moving into the city as in DC proper, your price points are going to be totally different. In La Plata, the average price point is around that $450 to $500 price range as of right now. And, you're going to get more land, bigger houses, more space. You can find single family homes with more yard space than what you're going to typically find in other parts of the DMV area. And if you can't find it now, keep an eye on La Plata, because new construction communities are popping up frequently. Our fourth and final pro is actually a 2-for-1 knockout, and that is the close proximity to DC as well as the military bases. So depending on where you're located in La Plata, the distance might change, but in general, you're about an hour outside of DC proper. So that's going to put you in close proximity to go out and enjoy activities and meet up with friends. And I will add that you're going to be closer to more of that southeast, southwest portion of DC. Now, if you're a military family, living in La Plata also gives you close proximity to the bases. You're not far from Joint Base Andrews, just to name one of them, right? And you're also close to Indian Head Highway, otherwise known as 210. So that's going to give you easy accessibility into the city, whether you're working in the base in DC or if you need to be more in that Clinton area where Joint Base Andrews is located. You can get to either of those from La Plata. Now that we talked about all the great reasons to move to La Plata, let's get to the things that you might want to consider. We're just going to call this section Keeping It Real, because that's what we're going to do. So the first con is the traffic and commute challenge. Let's be honest, recently traffic trends have changed in this area with so many government workers going back into the office. So rush hour from DC proper to La Plata could easily be a headache for you. And if you're looking to do more public transportation, those options don't exist as well as they do in other areas. Like, you're not going to have easy access to the metro, and buses you could take, but it's going to be a headache. So that's something you want to keep in mind in terms of what do you want your commute time to look like. The second con that we're going to talk about today is really just that nightlife and activity in La Plata, right? So during the day, you're good. You have so many things you can get into. And like I said, those parks and recreations and towns and, restaurants and things like that. But if you're more looking for like that city life activity, that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. You're likely, if you're going to bars there's bars in La Plata, but if you're trying to go to like nighttime spots, like more clubs and things like that, you're probably going to be traveling into DC. So you won't have that rush hour traffic that we just talked about, but you're still going to have a commute to get to nighttime activity. So if that's important to you, La Plata might not be the best fit. Our last con is about La Plata, but it's really more so related to Maryland, and that's just the weather, y'all, because let's be real, Maryland is beautiful, but we have our seasons here without question, and during the summer, it gets not only hot, but it gets humid. So if you're new to the DMV area, that's something you definitely want to think about. Now, if you're native to Maryland or have been in Maryland a while, that might not be a big of a deal, but you do want to think about the humidity and the seasons that we have here in Maryland and specifically La Plata. So there you have it, right? We did a quick pros and cons review of living in La Plata, Maryland. So again, La Plata is a beautiful place, a great family-oriented community, and even if you're not have a family quite yet, if you're a single person, it's still a great fit because there are plenty of activities to do, be outside, and just get to know your community because you're going to shop those local stores and local restaurants. And they do still have chain restaurants and stores, let me add that, but they really have unique spots that you can check out and take advantage of. Now, the challenge, like we said, commute time might be a little bit much, and if you like a buzzing nightlife, then it might not be where you want to look. Either way, let me know your questions. If you've lived in La Plata, I would love to know your thoughts about it. Did I miss anything? Is there anything you hated that I didn't cover? Go ahead and drop that in the comments. And of course, if you're looking to buy or sell in the next 9 or 90 days, hit your girl up. I'm happy to get you taken care of, whether you're looking to live in La Plata or anywhere else in the DMV. So that's all for now, y'all. Until next time.